Good evening, Paul from Prime Disclosure here. This was released by Gregg Prescott today, January 31st, from in5d.com. New Earth News. Why surrendering will be one of the most important things you do. One of the most important things you can do is surrender to Creator Source Universe. Once you do, miracles will happen. What led me to this breakthrough was watching The Secret. If you haven't watched that movie, I highly recommend it. I'll put a link in the description below to this page where you can watch the first 20 minutes for free on YouTube. But I would watch the whole video. It's definitely worth checking out if you want to transform, manifest your dreams into reality and change your life in a positive way. The time in 2008, I was a child and family therapist for at-risk youth. I had a patent pending on a program I wrote designed to help families who were at risk of dissolution, for children going through the reunification process, and for parents in need of parenting classes. My program was approved by the area's largest human services facility, and I was working it in a 3-county area, but I knew there was something much greater that I needed to do. This is from Gregg. One of the things recommended in the video was to ask the universe for ideas and suggestions. I clearly remember going outside one night and telling universe, I give up. What is it I'm supposed to be doing? That's when I got my galactic download that told me I needed to build a new spiritual website, write articles, make videos, start a radio show, etc. I was even given the name In5D. During this download, I told the universe, you got the wrong guy. I'm a huge introvert. And the universe said, no, you're the one. Now I understand why. I've written several articles on introverts, including in the general society, approximately 20% of the population are introverts. I placed a poll at the end of my articles, and over 80% of our readers are introverts. Apparently, universe wanted me to be the voice for my fellow introverts. My parents at the time didn't understand what I was experiencing and the new direction in my life. After teaching myself HTML and how to build a website from scratch, I eventually decided to quit my human services business and focus solely on my website, despite my parents trying to tell me otherwise. I doubt that I would have ever received the galactic download without surrendering to universe beforehand. I also wonder if the work I was doing beforehand through meditation, chakra clearing, etc., was needed to put myself in a position to receive the download. For the record, Creator, Source, Universe are basically the same entity to me. Since my childhood, I had been inadvertently channeling. At night when I was a child, I would hear muffled voices before I was about to fall asleep. I knew these voices weren't my parents or sisters and assumed everyone heard these voices as well. As I got older, the voices became more in-tuned and clearer. It got to the point where I could have conversations with them. I was told they're from Zeta Reticuli, Quadrant Z. When you have a clear channel, the voices are as loud as a regular conversation. The voices I heard were somewhat androgynous and layered, as if a male and female were speaking at the same time. They communicated through telepathy and are already answering your questions while you're thinking about them. For example, I was going to ask them how it was possible to have this communication with them, and the only thing I could get out was, how is this? And they were already answering my question. They said that when the brain goes into the alpha state, you become susceptible to channeling. As I've also learned, you can open your third eye when your brain is in the alpha state. You can read more about this in my article, Do This Right Before You Go to Sleep to Open Your Third Eye. While I know that channeling is real through my experiences, I have since cut off that channel. After seeing other people being co-opted by negative entities who pose as archangels, ascended masters, etc., I've seen too many other channelers get great info only to be led in the wrong direction or mislead others. A friend of mine was channeling Mother Mary, who told her accurate predictions of what would happen. Then Mother Mary told my friend to kill herself. And that's just great. It's crazy. Now I go directly to source and bypass all of the middlemen, women, with the exception of my spirit guides, who always have my best interest at heart. Everything I've been shown has been 100% spot on. These events have either all come to fruition or are about to. As always, I use my own discernment. Sometimes you get messages you don't want to hear. One of the first messages I received was that I should not be with a certain person. I won't say openly what I was specifically told, but I told them they were wrong. Before my final breakup with this person, I was shown a visual of us getting a divorce. I didn't want to believe that either, but once again, the message was spot on. I've been given visions of what will happen in the future, such as the 3D tidal waves of energy that are arriving and what it will feel like after the event has occurred. Please see the 3 massive tidal waves are coming, and it's not what you think. And this is how the incoming tidal waves of energy will transform you. I've seen and felt what it will be like on the new earth. None of this would have happened without surrendering. Why? Because you learn to overcome control. This is how you can bypass all malevolent channeling, as well as lower dimensional tricksters who make endless promises that never come to fruition. Relinquishing control is one of the things everyone needs to learn about in 5D and above. There are no control freaks. It's basically taking a leap of faith and allowing Creator, Source, Universe to catch you. To do this, you have to relinquish control to Creator, Source, Universe, which many people cannot do. It's important to emphasize that you have to be in the right frame of mind and to have done a lot of spiritual work and clearing beforehand. Otherwise, you may be relinquishing control to one of the malevolent lower level entities. You also have to rely on your own guidance and discernment of when to do this. If you've done the spiritual work, if you've overcome your need to control others, and if you're ready to take the leap of faith of surrendering to Creator, Source, Universe, then expect miracles to start happening for you. Okay, so I hope you had a great day with this super full moon and lunar eclipse. Sure, you might have felt some kind of shift internally or externally, or felt something that was a little bizarre, a little off. We are definitely in the time of the shift. We are approaching the event and the new earth manifesting in this realm. Have a great night, and I'll see you on the next video.